the one, the only, Ben Good afternoon and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Table Enabled. Today we're doing Shulchan Aruch Yom Yisim Reish Chavtet, number 229, Birchas HaKeshet V'Achama B'Tkufasa. The bracha you make on a rainbow, and what bracha you make on the sun every 28 years. There's a bracha you make on the sun. I don't know if people remember this from, I believe it was 2009. Next time I guess it would be 2037 when this bracha is made. Let's start. Aleph. If you see a rainbow, basically you're recalling the fact that Hashem promised not to flood the world. Every time it rains and the rain stops and the rainbow comes out, Hashem is keeping his end of the promise. You're not supposed to stare at it too much. This is based on the Gemara in Chagiga. According to the Rush's explanation, you could actually become blind if you stare at a rainbow too much. You see the sun, b'tkufasa. What does it mean, b'tkufasa? It means that, apparently, I'm not familiar so much with astrology, but the sun goes to the same place where it started. I guess it, according to our interpretation, the earth really, heliocentric view of the world. The sun is the center of the world, and the earth orbits around the sun. So while the earth is orbiting around the sun, only once every 28 years you come to the place where where the earth started to rotate around the sun. I don't know exactly how orbiting works, but it happens only every 28 years. 28 years. It starts on the night of Wednesday night, not Wednesday night, meaning the day of Wednesday, Yom Revi, which is basically Tuesday night. So Wednesday morning, when you see it, Baboker, in the morning you say, Baruch Oseh Ma'aseh Bereishis. Now this is not such a unique bracha. We learned previously that a lot of times you say, Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Oseh Ma'aseh Bereishis. For example, lightning and thunder. Apparently there's another time to make a special bracha, when the moon and the stars that accompany it, and the mazalos. The mazalos, anyone who's into astrology knows about different constellations. There's one of the constellations is called Tleh, a sheep, a lamb. I don't know exactly which one that is, but it's not either too much to the north or too much to the south. It also has to be a time when all the stars that are part of these constellations, the stars are in the right place and not too much to the north or the south. Apparently this Tleh, forgive me if I don't know all the constellations. I know that I was a Taurus, April 22nd. Taurus is a bull. Sheep is not a bull. Maybe a ram, Aries. Maybe that's what it means. Aries, I think, is considered one of the constellation. Is a ram, I guess. Tleh is a ram. Tleh is a young female sheep, I believe. A ram is a male sheep, but I guess it's Aries. When Aries starts, and it was the beginning of creation, you'll say Oseh Ma'aseh Bereishis, because this is like what it was at creation, where the moon and the constellations and the stars are all in the same place. The Mishnah Berurah notes that we don't make this bracha nowadays. I think the reason is we just don't know when it happens. No one really is familiar with this, so the minhag is not to make the bracha. That's the conclusion of today's share. Stay tuned for Ian to lean on, where I talk about this bracha that we made in 2009. And I remember this whole discussion. There are months in advance they're discussing about this bracha, and according to Mishnah Berurah, there's a whole seder also. You say, supposed to say some tehillim before it. You say keladon, all these things on Tfilas Shabbos, and then Aleinu and Kaddish. I'll talk more about that. Ian to lean on coming up next.